Misconception 1. There are many types of truths. Yes, there are various categories of truth, such as historical, scientific, and intuitive truths. However, this doesn't support your claim that all truths presuppose an intelligent agency. Instead, you're confusing the different ways truth can be understood or categorized with the erroneous conclusion that intelligence is a prerequisite for truth to exist. Historical truth. This refers to facts about past events. These events occurred independently of anyone's recognition of them. Whether or not there was an observer, World War II happened. The truth of that event doesn't depend on whether someone acknowledges it. Scientific truth. This relates to facts about the natural world discovered through observation, experimentation, and reasoning. These truths exist whether or not anyone is there to discover them. For example, the truth that water is composed of hydrogen and oxygen was true long before humans understood the chemical structure of water. Intuitive truth. Innate knowledge. Often refers to truths that seem self-evident or are recognized without needing proof, like basic mathematical truths or moral instincts. While the recognition of these truths requires a mind, the existence of the truth, e.g. 1 + 1 = 2, does not. The truth of basic logical principles or moral instincts might be recognized through intellect, but they don't depend on the existence of that intellect to be true. Misconception 2. Experiential truth and innate truth, contingency truth and necessary truth. You're attempting to categorize truths, which is fine, but you're doing so in a way that serves a flawed argument. Let's break down these categories. Experiential truth. Truths derived from experience. For example, the sun rose this morning. These truths are contingent on events or experiences, but they don't require an intelligent agency to exist. The sun would still rise whether or not anyone was there to witness it. Innate, intuitive truth. As previously mentioned, these are truths that are recognized intuitively. However, this recognition does not create the truth itself. It simply acknowledges something that is inherently true. Contingency truth. These are truths that depend on certain conditions. For example, if it rains, the ground gets wet. These truths are conditional, but do not presuppose intelligence. They are simply the result of natural processes. Necessary truth. These are truths that are true in all possible worlds, like mathematical truths, e.g. 2 + 2 = 4. Necessary truths are not contingent on anything. They are true by the very nature of logic or mathematics. These truths exist whether or not anyone is there to recognize them. Misconception 3. All these kinds of truths presuppose an intelligent agency. This is where your argument fundamentally collapses. You're trying to use the existence of different categories of truth to justify the necessity of intelligent agency, but this is a non sequitur. It doesn't follow from the premises. Existence versus recognition. Truth exists independently of whether it is recognized by an intelligent agent. The recognition of truth requires intelligence, but its existence does not. For example, the truth that the Earth orbits the Sun existed long before any intelligent being understood it. The universe operated under laws of physics before humans or any other intelligent beings were around to describe those laws. Presupposition error. The idea that truth presupposes an intelligent agency is an unsupported assertion. Just because an intelligent being can discover or articulate a truth does not mean that intelligence is required for that truth to exist. Misconception 4. Without intelligence, there is no truth. This is the core of your argument, and it is demonstrably false. Let's put this to bed. Objective reality. Truth, especially scientific or mathematical truth, reflects objective reality. The laws of physics, for example, do not change based on whether someone is observing them. Gravity would still pull objects together even if no intelligent being existed to describe it. Independent existence of truth. Truth is about the correspondence of statements or beliefs to reality. This correspondence exists independently of whether anyone recognizes it. Your claim that, without intelligence, there is no truth, fails to recognize that truth is a reflection of reality, not a creation of it. Conclusion. Your argument still fundamentally misunderstands the nature of truth. Truths exist independently of whether an intelligent agency recognizes them. You're confusing the process of discovery, which requires intelligence, with the existence of truth itself, which does not. The categories of truth you describe, experiential, innate, contingent, necessary, do not support your conclusion that all truth presupposes intelligence. In reality, truth is a reflection of reality and exists whether or not it is observed or recognized by any intelligent being. To insist that truth requires intelligence is to confuse epistemology, how we know things, with ontology, what actually exists. The universe doesn't need a mind to validate its truths. Those truths simply are.